Welcome to Merch Squad, where we take our dumb ideas
and make even dumber merch.
I'm Julia.
I'm Jacob.
And guess who's back? Back again.
It's us.
Merch Squad's back.
Julia, it's us.
Tell a friend.
They already know, Julia.
Okay.
Julia, they know it's us. Julia, we just said it was us.
Oh my god, you're right though. So when we took a poll a while ago, a very long time ago, eons ago, we asked what merch people would like to see more of, and it was Draga.
Yeah, the people want more Draga. I agree with the people. I think the people are right. We need more Draga in our lives.
We need more Draga. I agree with the people. I think we all agree with the people.
So when me and Julia came into the office today with our Draga ideas prepped, I came in and Julia asked me like what I was planning to do for the Draga merch squad. And I told her, and then I looked over at her screen, and she had already done sketches for basically the exact same idea. Yeah. So we both approached this from the same angle, which was we need some Old Baby Gus merch. We
do need Old Baby Gus merch.
And we need it to be about his tavern that the ladies continuously return to. So that's what this is going to be about. So we're going to try to design like some of the sort of beer label, like tavern label sign look to it.
I think that's a good approach to the Baby Gus. Hey, do we know the name of the tavern that he works in?
Well, I think the running joke was that Old Baby Gus doesn't know the name of the tavern that he works in.
Right.
He keeps
he
forgetting.
Called it the Colicky Banticore in the first episode. But,
yes.
Did Caldwell ever say what the actual name of it was? Someone will call us out
The first
on
episode is called The Tavern of Many Names.
Oh, okay.
Because Jake's whole bit was that he called it something different every time he said the name of it.
Okay. So I'm going to make the executive decision of just calling it Baby Gus's, because in some way it is his tavern. So.
Well, I think I'm gonna put like a label on this beer that it's called the Beer of Many Names, because Old Baby Gus doesn't remember what the beer is called either.
I like that. That's a good idea.
So we were kind of scoping out some like vintage beer label sorts of things.
It says fantasy. So if you go future, it's sci-fi.
Yes.
Future fantasy is sci-fi. So this is already looking pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm just starting with sort of a basic outline here, and then I'll get into it.
It itself looks like a beer can right now. With a
good.
label
That's
around it.
the whole deal.
There we go.
If there's one thing I know, it's beer.
I am at a severe disadvantage.
What are you talking about, Julia? You're the party queen.
I am. Don't talk to me before I've had my beer.
Don't talk to me. If you talk to Julia before she's had her beer, she will literally rake your eyes out of your skull with her fierce talons.
The only reason I get up at 4 p.m. is beer.
Julia has a severe problem. This is a cry for help.
You're not the boss of me, beer is.
I named my baby Beer. It's like, that's not even a joke. That's just very sad.
His first name is Bud, and his last name is Pilsner.
So here's kind of what I'm thinking.
Guys, I don't drink.
Julia doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
She doesn't know how to alcohol.
No.
I do, though. I'm Big Daddy Beer Man.
I'll get you a shirt that says, my boss is 4 p.m. beer time. Don't talk to me.
My boss is 4 p.m. beer time. Don't talk to me. Just combine them all.
Yeah.
I actually really like that as an idea. Just a shirt that combines all the beer shirt tropes.
All the aggressive beer tropes. Yeah. Although beer labels, I guess since they're so old, have some really, really nice designs on them.
Yeah, beer labels look great.
Yeah,
I love
fantastic.
the art that even like modern beer can labels and stuff. Some of them are really, really nice. Like craft breweries go a long way towards. Yeah. And it makes a difference too, because I'll definitely pick up a beer just because it's got a really nice can. Yeah. Or a nice bottle label.
There is a bar in Paris where you can they have like 1,000 beers or something that I went to with two of my friends. Yeah, not enough beers. My friend definitely picked several beers just because the name and the label were cool, and then brought them home and kept them on her shelf. Like there was one about, I forgot what it was called, but it was something about witches, and it, like the label on it just had like some cool spell sounding like rhyming scheme.
Right.
But it was actually about like the history of the beer, and it was cool. It was a nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was nice and clever. Yeah.
One that I really like is there's a seasonal beer from 21st Amendment Brewing in conjunction with Elysium Brewing. It's like a team up beer, but it's called He Said, He Said. And it's the beer box has like two faces on it. And the faces are recounting the story about how the two brewers met and came up with this idea to do this compilation. And it's like really, really designed in a really cool way. So like the words kind of wrap around the whole can in the box. But if you read it all, you'll know kind of what happened.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. This is not going to be one of those things.
No, nor will mine.
I'm kind of thinking for this one, my idea was to go with like a playing card sort of aesthetic.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have a Gus up top and a reverse Gus on the bottom of the label. One awake, one sleeping. His two states of being. Really capture quintessential Gus.
He spends 90% of his time sleeping, I think.
Yeah, he's not been helpful in the adventure on account of all his snoozing and not remembering things appropriately.
Baby Gus seems like the kind of guy that would have a shirt that says, like, kiss the chef kind of thing.
Kiss the Gus.
Kiss the bartender.
Kiss the old baby.
Kiss the old baby.
Don't kiss the old baby.
Please
don't kiss the old baby. There's a sign in the bar that says, please don't kiss the old baby.
But there is a legend going around that if you rub his head, you will have good luck.
I made a crucial error, which is that his face exists at the very bottom of his head only.
Mm-hmm. He's mostly cranium.
Just gotta squish that down there. I would have been called out for that.
It's so hard to draw characters that someone else here has drawn because we all have such distinct styles.
Yeah, I know.
I tried to draw Nathan's character Legsy a while ago for something, and Jacob was there for that, and it was a total nightmare.
Yeah, it's harder than you'd think it is. Like,
yeah.
it looks simple, but then when you actually try to mimic someone's
like
art
actual style, yeah.
It's a bit rough. Me and Julia tried swapping styles in a live stream recently. It did not go to plan.
Yeah, it was...
It started off pretty good.
It did. Yeah, and then we lost focus exactly after the face.
Yeah, because, like, my art hand instincts are to make big round circles.
Curve those boys.
It's all beans. Everything I do is all beans.
Yeah, it's all beans.
And Julia's the complete opposite.
Yeah, I'm all diamonds and squares and triangles.
Diamonds and squares. So we're going to have, like, his little hand here. And I want to mimic his pose from the first episode where he's got, like, a rag.
Yeah, wiping down that glass.
Got this thing here. There's a glass here.
I really wish we could do more Dragas than we do, but it's so hard to get them all done. It's very upsetting.
It's something
I like it so much.
Every time we take forever to do one, we say, okay, next time.
Yeah, we'll go faster.
Next time we're going to nail it. We're going to get it out in like a month.
Yeah.
And then 3 months, 4 months go by, and here we are in hell.
Although I think when this comes out, Nathan's plan was that we would have recently come out with another Draga.
Yeah, Draga should be out by the time you're seeing this.
Yeah, so huzzah.
Which is kind of giving away that we're working on this in sort of a nebulous, non-existent time where no one's entirely sure. Okay, we're going to copy and paste this Gus.
Copy and paste that Gus.
Whip!
Oh, no.
We're going to stick another Gus down here. We're double Gussing, baby.
This looks so good.
We're going double Gus. Double or nothing. That's how I like to do it.
This is so good.
Okay, now since I don't want to rotate the whole canvas because that will destroy literally everything.
Why don't you rotate back that boy?
Yeah, I'm going to rotate. Let's rotate back this boy over here.
Yeah.
And then I'll make my edits, and then I'll spin him.
And then rotate him back.
I'll spin him back around.
Now there's just 2 grumpy Gusses.
2 grumpy Gusses. Wait, can I make him smooch? This is important. I can feel it calling in the air tonight. Oh, Gus. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
The Gus confluence. Oh, no. Oh, look at that face in the middle. That's horrifying.
Oh, he looks like a disgusting pig man.
Ooh, terrible.
Oh,
bad. I take it all back.
Oh, bad.
It's flipping back the way he's supposed to be.
Burn that cursed image.
So yeah, then this Gus down here, we're going to make maybe his eyebrows a little gentler because he's going to be asleep.
You don't think he looks grumpy in his sleep? Oh, no, he probably looks adorable.
It's the only time. I feel like he's more old when he's awake and he's more baby when he's asleep.
That's true. I could see that.
So maybe he's just got like a little grin.
It looks like he's got like 1 tooth.
He does have 1 tooth.
What he uses to crack open those beers. You're like, baby Gus, there's a tab on it. And he's like, nope.
Yeah, he just bites right into it. And then maybe
it's a strong tooth.
Maybe he's got like a pacifier.
I can't sleep without his pacifier.
I can't sleep without my passy.
Oh my God, I just had the dumbest idea.
Oh man, I wish Jake was in here to do the voice.
Yeah. Can you imagine he like pops off his bow tie and then on the back of the bow tie is the pacifier part that he like sucks on.
Oh my God.
And he, like, pops it into his mouth.
I can absolutely imagine
and he can, like hold on to the little itty bitty sides.
I wish that was already part of the lore so that I could do it in this drawing and it would make sense and not look like he had a bow tie in his mouth.
We could just make the executive decision that it is part of the lore and then update Caldwell after the fact and say, man, it's already recorded. You gotta work this in now.
Be like, oh, what, you don't remember that from the episode? That's always been a part. And then he's gonna have like a little teddy bear instead of a beer thing.
Rag.
I gotta figure out a way to fit this bear in here.
Fit that bear in there.
Fit that bear right in there. Fit that bear in there. This is horrible.
I believe in you. I believe you can get it done.
It's gonna be a blankie.
You've abandoned the bear.
I've abandoned the bear. It says blanky now. Might be a bear later when I actually redraw it. We'll see. Okay, so now we'll spin this Gus back around. Stick him right here. So also, I'm thinking like in the actual version, the font obviously will be like old-timey, like pub font.
Maybe you add like a cool border on the inside
there will be a border. Yeah, I'm thinking like, something like it'll go down and then kind of do like a cool floral deal like this at the corners. To have this sort of look.
This is good that he is both upside down and right ways up, because when you are drunk and you fall over, you will see it correctly no matter what, unless you go on your side. Then, you've entered the nightmare zone. Yeah, if you're on your side, you've done something wrong. If you ever see Gus sideways, you need to inform the authorities. So he sleeps like a bat? Is he upside down?
Well, he's not literally upside down, Julia. It's called design sensibility, okay? You could learn a thing or two about it. I think I actually want to do like this too. So it's like a banner.
Add those little...
Go like full banner on it. And then also the only other thing is that it'll be probably like a maybe a sunburst line sort of pattern around him.
Yeah.
Which is impossible to do in a sketch and make it look like anything.
Oh, man, and then the top could be like bright oranges and yellows.
Yeah,
and the
so this will be
like
daytime and nighttime, totally.
Yeah.
So this
now
will
he
be
looks
like
Jesus.
He is
Baby
Jesus. He's the patron saint of Drawfee. Old baby Gus. So yeah, kind of like a stained glass sort of aesthetic here. Oh, well, I did put an apostrophe here, so I should also write at the bottom, beer of many names.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or I could just leave it as Old Baby Gus and take this out. I kind of like that better.
Now it's just a card for Old Baby Gus.
It's just a card for Old Baby Gus.
Not even the tavern anymore. It's just you're just a really big fan of Baby Gus.
I'm gonna write it in, and then we'll see later if I decide to keep it.
Okay.
But it would be in like a cool font, not my stupid idiot handwriting.
Your stupid idiot handwriting is very legible. So.
But it's not very aesthetic.
Yeah, it's not very old-timey fantasy beer.
No.
I will grant you that.
Okay, this is me. Julia, you want to hop in here and do your thing?
Okay, so I'm going to get going on mine. I'm also going to do a beer label, as we mentioned.
So you've already got like a cool shield-looking aesthetic going on here.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the approximate center of this. That seems about right.
That's what I call close enough.
Close enough.
We can fix it later.
Close enough for the sketch.
One of my favorite things to say when I'm doing anything is I can fix it later.
Good enough
is... Because then I don't have to deal with it right then.
Right,
which is amazing. I can already tell you guys, just going into this, Julia's design sensibility just, like, shits all over my own.
I spent a lot of time looking at... because originally what I wanted to do, nice little back... inside knowledge here. Originally what I wanted to be was a poster designer.
I could definitely see that.
As an illustrator. So I used to do a lot of research on especially the national parks posters.
Oh yeah, because you had those awesome design the fists
thank you.
Posters you made. Those are so rad.
Thank you. Yeah, so I used to do a lot of research on design, old-timey designs. And that kind of helps when I'm working on fantasy stuff.
That's such a Julia Lepetit thing to say, that you did a bunch of research on old-timey designs. It goes right hand in hand with, I brought in this watch movement to show you from the 18th century.
Well, because you guys are asking me about watch movements, because I've been fixing watches recently, and I didn't think I was explaining what a watch movement was very well. So in order to clarify my own stupid lack of explanation, I thought I would bring one in.
To be fair, it is really rad.
It's from 1878 or something.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really dope. I bought it for $3 or something, which is mind-blowing to me. So,
I've got at my parents' house this really old pocket watch that was from the time when the railroads were being built in America. And it's one of my ancestors. It was his watch, and he died in a railroad accident.
Oh, well, that's not dope. But
the pocket watch is beautiful. It's got this huge engraving on it of people working on the railroad.
That sounds dope as hell.
It is really rad. I forgot that was a thing I had.
Yeah, that is cool as hell.
Watches are cool.
They're really cool. They're just fascinating to look at, because you think about all the tiny itty bitty gears that are in those dudes.
Yeah, and they've been around forever. People figured that out so long ago.
Yeah, and they made it without lasers and things. I like that we got off track with Draga And now we're just talking about my fascination with watches that I've always had.
Well, it's one of those things where, like, you know, when somebody like gets into something,
yeah,
and you see that, and you're like, that's the most them thing to have said and done. Like, it's so appropriate. Like, I feel like you've chosen the right thing to get into, and other people are like, that's absolutely right. That is what you're into.
Yeah, that is the thing that you would do.
So when Julia was like, I'm getting into watchmaking, I'm like, yeah, you sure are. I'm surprised you hadn't already.
I'm almost done with the boat that we're working on because we're building a boat and I
you
needed
and your
another
dad.
hobby, apparently. And I apparently decided to pick up watches. No one seems surprised by this, so that's fine. Okay, if I could spend not forever drawing this stupid dude. There we go. I think he's
Wouldn't
done.
that be a treat?
That would be nice, so that we're not just watching me draw a skull forever of a creature that I don't think is... I mean, I think it's loosely based off of a ram, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Dope.
I think the tavern was originally like something to do with a goat or a ram or something. The name of it, I don't remember.
Something like that, right?
One of its many names was ram or goat related.
All I remember is Colicky Banticore because it was very funny.
That's a very good one.
That's about right? Good
Looks
enough.
good.
I'll fix it in post.
I think it's just missing that little upside down U shape right above the mouth nose.
You are correct.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Now we're in. Now we're in business.
Now we're in canon.
Oh
no
man,
one
it's
will
not even
tweet
like set up
at
yet, and it
me.
already looks cool.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. I
Oh,
wanted
man.
to center it and make it so that this got cut off better.
This is very rad.
Well, thank you. I'm excited for it, actually. Again, I don't know a lot about beer stuff, but I do like old designs. We draw the props for the show. You know, like we'll do the splash images and whatever, and we'll do like the items.
Yeah.
And basically, what Caldwell says is just like, I don't know, go have fun with it. And one of the most
He
fun...
releases our limiters.
Yeah. One of the most fun things something I had the most fun on, there we go, was I think it was like the anti-wrinkle cream.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They made like a big label for it.
Yeah, and it was like Art Nouveau inspired, and I had just so much fun on that.
Yeah, it's really cool. You can see when you watch the episodes, it's so apparent which ones were the ones that Julia designed, which items, and which ones were from me or Nathan or Caldwell. Because we just do kind of like simple cartoony stuff, and then Julia's like this beautiful, detailed...
I also give myself the most time to work on it, to be fair. Like, I start on all my Draga stuff very early so that I have time to, like, have fun and play with it.
You don't do what the rest of us do, which is wait until the last possible minute and then rush as fast as we can.
I try to use Draga as an excuse for having fun a little bit, which I think we all do, really.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I definitely, like, you guys are very good at just being able to, like, bang something out and have it be, like, very good. I need time to really think about things, or else it just turns out like garbage.
Sure, but I think that time, like the time you put into it shows in the final product. Whereas, and I think we've talked about this before, where it's almost, I think, the two different approaches that come from a background in cartooning versus a background in design and illustration.
In illustration, yeah.
Because everything I do has always been about simplification and like purest form of expression that I can reach without, but while minimizing the amount of work I have to do. Because if you're doing comics, you don't want to be spending forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. No, that's definitely something.
You just want to get the point across.
Yeah, that's something that I fall into, is that I make something too complicated, and then I have to live with that decision forever and try to make up the time. And then I just wind up working always.
Whoops.
And that's dumb.
Oops, I'm working always.
Oops.
All day I dream about working, always. Adidas, my favorite brand.
So I'm just doing a little... Because I don't think it looks beer enough. Because right now it actually kind of looks like a train. I think because I put that skirt at the bottom.
It looks like a train?
Yeah, look at
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It looks really rad, though.
Well, thank you. I basically just wanted an excuse to draw a skull.
Oh, this is dope. Is it like wheat?
Yeah.
Wheat,
hops or something.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what hops look like. I think
they don't look like this.
Okay,
this looks
well,
like
it's wheat.
though. And wheat goes in beer. Oftentimes.
Nice. Yay.
So I think you nailed it.
I got something right.
Hops look like little pine cones.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You know why I know what hops look like?
Because you're such a big beer head?
No, because some medieval video game I play, you get to harvest hops to keep your people happy.
Yeah.
And the little icon for how many hops you have is definitely in that game.
That's amazing. Something similar happened the other night when I was streaming with Hannah.
Uh-huh.
And I used the term ichor to describe like a fluid that was dripping from the walls.
Yeah.
And she was like, what the hell is ichor? And so I was like describing what ichor was. And then at the end of it, I was like, I only know that term because of World of Warcraft. When you kill spiders in the Darkwood Forest, they drop spider ichor. And I just remembered it forever and ever from that.
That's fantastic.
Sometimes you learn things from video games.
Sometimes. People need to stop learning their history from Assassin's Creed, though. There was a time when dorkly it was only me and Andrew Bridgman working on it. And we used to do this thing, I think it's IRL, that we used to do, where we would take people's submissions of what, like, nerdy thing that they did, like, in real life was. And one of the ones that we got, like, every week, and we would get, like, 15 of them, was just like, I passed my history class because of Assassin's Creed. Like,
I learned approximately nothing playing Assassin's Creed because the story was so boring. It was more boring than history class.
It's wrong about history, too.
It's wrong and boring.
It's wrong and boring.
I don't know about the new one. I heard the new one is good, but...
Yeah, I heard the same thing. And I did have fun with the one that took place in England. That one was fun. And Black Flag. Black Flag was good.
But do you remember any of the secondary characters' names?
Nope. Certainly do not.
The only character I remember is Leonardo da Vinci because he kept building the flying machines in Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, you definitely got stuff from him, and I think...
And then I, like, killed the Pope. That's the only other thing I remember about that game. I hung out with Leonardo da Vinci, and I murdered the Pope.
Thanks, Leonardo da Vinci, for giving me the tools I needed to kill the Pope.
This looks great, Julia.
I think this is done, for the most part, and then they would have this stupid wallpaper-esque background in the back just to fill in some space.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And that's basically it. I'm thinking of, like, Art Nouveau beer posters that were really dope, like by Muka and cool. Yeah, I think
I'm
we're
all
good.
About it. Should we bring in the Nathan?
Let's bring in the Nathan.
Summon the Nathan. We're back. We got Big Papa Nathan here in the house.
I'm Big Papa Nathan now. I used to be Boss Man Nathan, but I got
Big Papa.
I got demoted, promoted.
I think it's a promotion.
Yeah.
So it's a change in title. Maybe it's a lateral move. What are we doing?
Got more power over me than a boss does.
Oh, sure. That's emotional power for sure. What's the shirt? What was the shirt this time?
So people had requested a Draga shirt.
Oh, that's very smart. I like where you guys' heads are at. I'm a proud papa of both of you for thinking of that.
A fairly recent release of the new Draga episode.
Oh yeah.
We decided, Jacob and I had the same. Sorry, I just hit Nathan. We decided to go in generally the same direction. So here's Jacob's.
Oh my gosh, it's like a playing card.
We wanted to go like beer label sort of aesthetic, and I went with a playing card type of thing with a waking and a sleeping Gus.
I love it.
Up top, the background would be like daytime colors, and on the bottom,
nighttime colors. Beer of many names. That's very good. Beer label shirts always do well on the shirt sites.
So we got Jacob's design, and then we have my design.
Oh my god.
Which is
Julia's fucking killer savage design work.
Oh my god.
Into your eyes.
It's more beer label-y fantasy than cutesy baby Gus, but you know. Wow. Hitting different sides of this.
And I've got to pick one. I have to choose.
That's why you're here. That's your purpose.
Oh my god.
That's your purpose in this place.
Oh no, we didn't even discuss it all ahead of time.
We're throwing you into the deep end on this one.
Throwing you under the bus.
Like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna look at them. I mean,
the last time you had a decision to make, you literally didn't.
I just didn't.
And you just let us do both.
Why do we ever have to pick one? Why do we ever have to pick one?
I guess we don't have to.
They're always good.
It's just the conceit of the show that we came up with.
They're always both good though.
We could just do both.
They're both good. I like them both. I want them both to be shirts.
So let's do that then.
Let's do that. You don't need me for this show anymore. The shirts were inside you all along.
Reached a turning point.
On episode 3, 2 out of 3 episodes, the only shirt that never got made was Jacob's
my spiel
shirt. Which was also good.
We were more brutal back then.
Yeah, we were harder then. We've softened in our old age.
Yeah, these are both good. Make them both.
Okay.
So saith me.
Listen, maybe in future episodes, we just bring Nathan on to compliment us.
Yeah. You guys are both talented and hardworking, and you make good things. Now, audience, go buy these.
Go buy both.
Go buy both.
Go buy
We
both.
made both. You gotta buy both. Those are the rules. Sorry.
You gotta do it.
Oh man, I kind of want these as. I really want these as stickers, actually.
Well,
yeah, they'd be really rad.
TeePublic lets you do
sell them as
stickers.
stickers.
Yeah, you can make them however you want.
Let's do that.
This is
I'm
the
gonna do
show.
that.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
go buy a sticker.
Go home. Go buy stuff. I'm going to bed.
We are sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.